All right, let's wrap 3.2 up. Our last little bit of information is going to be talking about the auxiliary line. If you look up a definition for auxiliary, it oftentimes has supplementary mentioned in it. So take what we know about supplementary and what do you think that's going to mean? The auxiliary line is a line we are going to add in between our parallels. So we have these two marked as parallels. We're going to add a third additional parallel. And that line is going to aid us in finding out information about things like x that we have here. So that parallel line, the placement is extremely important. You want it to occur exactly at the bend where that x is. And that's going to divvy it up into that x into two pieces. So I'm going to add that parallel marking to show that it is also parallel with my other two lines. And now I have two separate angles on either side of x, or each as a part of x. I'm going to mark them as a 1 and a 2 for right now. And I'm going to say the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals x, just so that we know that those two pieces are going to add up together to equal x in the long run. So if we look at the angle relationships that we've learned about thus far, what is the relationship that angle 1 and the angle marked with 50 degrees has? Completely ignoring the bottom half. Like with your hand, cover up the bottom half of this, cover up that third parallel line, cover up the 100 degrees. They don't exist right now. You are only dealing with the first two parallel lines. So the relationship between the 50 degrees and angle 1 is that they are corresponding. So they are congruent. So these two are congruent to each other. Oops. So I can say the measure of angle 1 is 50 degrees. So now let's take a look at the relationship with angle 2 and the 100 degrees, these two. So again, you can cover up the top parallel line now because all you are focusing on is the bottom two parallel lines. And we want to see what the relationship with angle 2 and the angle that measures to 100 degrees is. They are both on the interior of these parallel lines. This is the interior space here. And they are on the same side. So think about that combination. Same side interior. They are same side interior angles. And we know same side interior angles are supplementary. So I can say the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of, or not plus the measure of, but plus 100 equals 180 degrees. So that makes the measure of angle 2 equal 80 degrees. Now our end game is to find x. So since we know the measure of angle 1, which is 50, plus the measure of angle 2, which is 80, is going to equal x. We can then say that x is equal to, how much, everybody? All your fingers, all your toes, no calculators because you don't get them on your test, is 130 degrees.